38. We want to factor this. We could list out possibilities and figure it out, but let's go ahead and do it by busting B. To do that, we multiply the A and C values. That's a positive 60. Well, what are the factors of 60? There's 1 in 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, a lot of them, 6 and 10, and that's it. All right, I listed them all out. Now, please notice it's a positive 60. So we're like, oh, both pieces are positive. We know they're not because you have a subtraction there. So both are negative. So I know they're both negative is what we're dealing with here. So what two negatives added together give you negative 19? Well, it looks like a negative 4 and a negative 15 add together to be negative 19. Get multiplied, give you positive 60 like we wanted. So again, we call this busting B because we're going to bust it apart into its two pieces. So it's negative 4n minus 15n, bring down my 10 and bring down my 6n squared. Now that I have that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to group my front, group my back. I can't group my back yet because I have a subtraction in the middle. I need to change this to plus and negative, and then I can group it. So if I have a subtraction there, I must change it to plus a negative because when I group, I can only be grouping if I have an addition sign right here, okay? So now let's factor out like we always do when we're factor by grouping. 6 and 4 both can be divided by 2, so I'll pull a 2 out. N squared n, both can be divided by an n, so I'll factor an n out. That leaves me a 3 and an n minus a 2, because 4n divided by 2n is just a 2. Plus, now, the key is, since we had to change it to plus and negative, you must factor out a negative number. So negative 15/10, that's a 5, but I've got to make sure it's a negative 5 that I factor out here. That leaves me behind. Well, let's think. Negative 5 times what gives you negative 15n? Positive 3n. Negative 15 times what gives you a positive 10? That would be a negative 2 or minus 2. Now notice, both we have a 3n minus 2, 3n minus 2. That's going to be one of our binomials. The other binomial is going to be the 2n plus negative 5. You can rewrite it now as just minus 5. So those are our two binomials that multiply together to give us 6n squared minus 19n plus 10.